Book D1, Exercise 14C, question number 7. A tank in the shape of a cylinder of diameter 2.4 meters and height 6.4 meters contains oil to the brim. Find the number of complete cylindrical containers of base radius 8.2 centimeter and height 28 centimeter, which can be filled by the oil in the tank. Let's assume that a circular cylinder, big container, which is of height 6.4 meters and the circular diameter 2.4 meters is completely filled with oil to the brim. It means completely filled, leveled, and now it contains the small cylindrical containers which is having a base radius 8.2 centimeter and the height 28 centimeter. Now we have to find out that how many number of cylindrical containers of this base radius and height which can be filled by this complete big container oil tank. Now let's start. We know that the volume formula of a cylinder is V is equals to pi r square H. Now first we will assume what is the volume of a big container and what is the volume of the small container, and then we will divide the volume of big container, which is the capacity of big container, to the capacity of or volume of the small containers. This will give us the number of small cylindrical containers which can be filled by this complete big container. We know that this 2.4 meter is the diameter of the circular region. So first we will calculate the radius of this circular region. So we will divide this 2.4 by 2. And we will get 2.4 divided by 2, we have 1.2 meters. So the diameter of the circular region is 2.4 and the radius of this big container circular region is 1.2 meters. Now we know that this big container measurements are given in meters, while the small container measurements are given in centimeter. So once we find out the number of cylinders which filled in the big container, we need to convert the units either of this meter into centimeter or the centimeter into meter. They should have the same unit, so we can divide the volume of this big container with the volume of the small container. So let's convert this meter conversion into centimeter. We know that we have the 6.4 meter as height. So if we convert the 6.4 meters into centimeter, we know that we have to multiply it with 100, and it is 640 centimeters. Because we have to shift 2 decimal places, so we have already 1 decimal place, and when we will add this 1 more decimal place, we get the 640 centimeter. Now we have the container radius as 1.2 meters. If we multiply it with 100 as well, we will get 120 centimeter. Now both quantities are in centimeter. Let's calculate the volume of this big container, which is pi r square H. So the volume will be pi. We all know that the value is always fixed, which is a Greek letter, and it might be 3.142, or you can use 22 by 7. The radius, which is now 120 centimeter, take it square, and the height, which is now 640 centimeter. So let's multiply this and we will get our answer. We will have 120 multiplied by 120, which is 120 square, and then we will multiply it with 640 and 3.142. So we get this much big value, which is 289.56672 centimeter cube. The volume is always in either centimeter cube or meter cube. Now we will calculate the volume of the small container, which is the capacity of the small container. So let's calculate the volume. Again, it's pi r square H, and the same value 3.14 of pi. Now the radius is already given as 8.2 centimeter. So no need to convert the diameter into radius. We have already the radius given. So we will be using 8.2 square, and the height is also given in centimeters. So we'll be taking 28. Now let's calculate. We will have 8.2 multiplied by 8.2 multiplied by 28 with 3.142, and we get 5,915.5 again centimeter cube. Now this is the volume of the small container and this is the volume of the big container. If we find out the number of cylinders, small cylinders in big container, in full big container, we will divide this capacity by this capacity and we will get the number of cylinders. So we will divide 28956672 by 5915.5. Let's divide it and we will get 28956672 divided by 5915.5 and we get 4895.0 containers which are filled by the oil in the tank. So I hope you have understood the question.